Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? I hope you're having an amazing day, and today I want to talk about the Wild Robot trailer that was released a few days ago. I've seen some posts on Instagram about this movie, and I decided to watch the trailer, and honestly, it looks pretty good. If you have no idea what the Wild Robot is, it's a brand new animation movie coming out this year, and the studio, Universal Pictures, is producing this movie. The same studios that made How to Train Your Dragon, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Shrek, Over the Hedge, Balto, Kung Fu Panda, Secret Life of Pets, those kinds of movies. So this movie is going to be about a robot that crash lands onto an island and learns to adapt to the environment, and he forms connections with animals and natures, and it becomes like a guardian or a protector or a parent to the animals and the nature of the planet, I guess. Now, this movie is actually a book adaptation as well. The story was written by Peter Brown. I have no idea who this guy is, and I'm not familiar with any of the work that he's done, so I cannot say anything about the book or the guy who actually written the story. But so far from what we've seen in the trailer, this movie looks amazing. And I'm gonna be honest, when you have songs that sound amazing and songs that just fit with the trailer, it gets me hyped up, and this trailer does that exactly. Some of the shots and cinematography of this movie looks gorgeous. I think these two are my favorite shots so far. They're so symbolic and beautiful, and there's a ton more of them in the trailer, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have much more in the movie once it releases. Speaking of shots, the animation also looks amazing as well. The animation is kind of giving me like TMNT Mutant Mayhem animation vibes combined with like the usual 3D animation used for most other animated films. It has some of that hand-drawn or water/acrylic paint kind of style. I don't know when this movie is going to be released, but I feel like the animation will be improved a lot more into production. I have a feeling there's a lot more in store for animation in this movie. I'm also really excited for the story because there is so much that could be done to make this one of the best animated movies yet. I mean, the trailer itself poses so many questions already, like who or what is this robot, where does it come from, where is it going, what is its purpose, who does this robot work for, what threat is there, where is he supposed to be. There's just so many interesting questions already, and so many different directions this film can go. And plus, the concept of the story is great in itself. A non-sentimental being finding connections with nature and animals, and eventually forming bonds is a great concept. It has been done before, but it really depends on the execution and the direction the movie takes. Yeah, the concept of this film is kinda generic, but it can take different directions and change some things up to keep the story interesting and fresh. Despite what direction this movie takes, I think this film looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I also saw a comment under the trailer saying that it would be interesting if this movie had no dialogue and it would all just be scenic, which is something I'm actually wishing they would do with this movie. Showing is more powerful than telling, and honestly, this seems like a movie that needs no dialogue or words to speak for itself. The symbolic shots and scenes speak for themselves. You can tell when the robot is emotional, curious, scared, angry, or sad, and the same can be said for the animals. I mean, this scene alone has no dialogue, and yet it speaks so much volumes without a single word. The only dialogue I think would work would be for the villains of this movie, but other than that, I don't think it's needed. I mean, it's not a terrible thing if they do give the main robot dialogue or something. I just think having no dialogue for most of this movie can be very powerful and interesting. I think I'm more hyped up for this movie than I should be, but it's just that the trailer is really good, and it's also because I see a lot of potential for this to be a really great animated movie, like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish or Spider-Verse. I actually think this movie has the potential to be one of the best animated films out there. If you haven't seen the trailer, check it out. This movie looks amazing. If you have seen the trailer, what are your thoughts on it? Do you like what you saw, or are you worried about anything? So far, I have no concerns as of yet, and I think this movie is actually going to be an amazing movie based on what I saw in the trailer. Anyways, I think that's all I wanted to say for this short video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye!